going on, guys, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to be looking at some highlights of the Joe Rogan show, the interview with Theo. So let's get right into it, guys. All right, guys, let's get right into this. We'll be jumping around because I got some highlighted spots to
The Joe Rogan
look at.
Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by
Like if you have a kid or whatever, you can't do it. Like you.
Let's see.
working in a medical.
Oh, there you go.
Suicide all the time, domestic violence all
Come on,
the
cops.
time. You're pulling people over. You never know if you're going to get shot. He goes, most of these guys are fucked up because they're just constantly seeing this stuff, constantly.
Oh yeah, I'd be at home. I'd hear somebody open a jar of Pringles, and I'd fucking pull on them. You know? Yeah, you
hear that top?
Yeah, what's going on,
What's happening?
dude? We had a police officer on a few years ago, or about a year ago. Can you look this up, Jamie? Is it okay to ask Jamie to look something up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. It's a police officer.
How long ago?
Yes. This guy, retired police officer, Sergeant Brad White. This guy was super unique. He lived in Los Angeles, but he told this story. He was he didn't have any political thoughts. He just told stories of what it was like being a police officer, and he told the story of his first day on the job. They're chasing a guy. The guy runs into traffic, gets hit by a vehicle, and killed. Right. So even as just a human being, like you're just doing a job, but then you're like trying to compartmentalize or how do what effect did I have on this? What are my He told this story of a mother had called and said that her son was thinking about committing suicide. Right. The mother meets him in the yard. He shows up. He's a police officer. It's outside of Los Angeles, I think in Whittier Police Department. I could be wrong. He shows up. The mom meets him outside. They see the son comes into the doorway, right? It's like a glass door with another door behind it, kind of. Takes his own life, right? Kills himself right in front of them. So now he's standing there with the mom.
Oh, my God.
Now he has to console the mother, then go inside of the home. He walks inside. The door won't open because the man's body is there, right? He's having trouble getting it open. Even just that moment. He gets it open. Something falls off of the ceiling down the back of his shirt. And it's part of the guy, his brain matter. He had shot himself on the scene. So I know that's graphic and stuff.
I mean, you could never imagine. People all the time that talk about cops, police officers. There's bad and good of everything, and these guys are always on the lookout in the defense, as I would too, because everybody that they deal with is bad. I mean, so why wouldn't you be? Everybody is the enemy almost until you figure out that they're not. But that's how that goes. I'm gonna move on. Right here.
But then for the next 3 or 4 hours, he has to take care of this scene with this little feeling between his bat wings or whatever what is that?
Bulletproof vest?
No, inside
Bat wings.
Oh, yeah,
shoulder blades. Yeah.
Shoulder blades, not the wings.
Yeah. And it's just like, that's just a regular guy. He might not even have
Regular
finished
guy.
college or something. It's like, so just the baffling amount of stuff that police go through. Anyway, I was
It
trying to
is.
just like,
It is baffling.
those are stories that stuck with me when I spoke with that guy. It was like unbelievable.
It's just conveniently ignored by most people who will never be police officers.
Yeah. All right.
And then I finally went to bed, and my wife woke up. She was like, "What happened? Who won?"
It's after
And I was
election.
like, "Trump won in a landslide."
You're like the Spurs.
And then she was up. I'm like, and it was a landslide. Like, it was a crazy landslide. It was the red wave that everybody thought was going to happen in 2022. Hey, Jamie, I'm hearing more and more about what we talked about yesterday, about the amount of people that voted for Biden in 2020 versus the amount of people that voted for anybody in 2016 and for
Election numbers.
anybody in 2024. That they're still saying it was a giant jump.
That's what I see too.
A lot of people think it's bullshit.
Could be.
There's a lot of people that are getting super suspicious about the 2020 numbers because Biden got more votes than anybody by like 20 million. It's really
Yeah, he got so many votes that he did better than Obama, evidently, and I just find that really hard to believe that he did better numbers than Obama, and Trump did better this time than he did last time, and he still, I don't think, hit the numbers that Joe supposedly hit. There's no way. That's just crazy.
crazy if you look at the chart.
Well, did they say that the most people they'd ever seen at voting stations were this year?
Yeah.
That's what I don't know what the visual report is for this year, but then
This is the most consequential election I think I've ever felt.
for sure.
For sure. The way people felt about it, too. The people on the left thought they were convinced that Hitler was coming.
Yep.
They're convinced that some right-wing authoritarian is going to come down and take away all your rights. And
Yep.
Well, that's the media does that.
That is the media.
100%.
But
100%. Not what he was saying, not what he did for 4 years in office. It's all the media. And we're all victim of it a little bit.
Yep.
Because you won't defend him or support him if you hear all these things about him, because then you got to defend the fact that no, he didn't really do that. He's not really a felon. There were only misdemeanors. Texas voter turnout falls in 2024 election despite record registration numbers. This is just Texas, right? 61% cast ballots, near 6% drop from the 2020 presidential race. But the difference in the numbers nationwide is what I'm interested in, because the nationwide numbers they're pretty consistent, like through the entire, like if you look at 2012, it's consistent with 2016, which is also consistent with 2024. The anomaly is 2020.
Yeah.
In 2020, everything goes way up.
Yeah. What's
Way
the deal with that, right?
maybe because people were sitting home and so bored, and they said it's that much to do. You think?
Could be.
Could be.
Because it was during COVID.
It was during
Could
COVID.
be a lot of people weren't working, so they did have.
Was during COVID. Maybe that could be part of it. We'll never know, will we? Let's move on. Oh, I think this is.
His number? I don't know. Again, I mean, I there's a guy in his department. I have his number.
We could look it up. I know some people.
Yeah, dude. It was just what a crazy week.
Yeah, very crazy.
Okay,
Well,
oh, wait a minute. Oh, I went past it, guys. Okay.
Me, and he said, "Hey, man, I just want you to think that there could be."
We'll go back a little bit.
pretty consistent, like through the entire, like if you look at 2012, it's consistent with 2016, which is also consistent with 2024. The anomaly is 2020.
Yeah.
In 2020, everything goes way up.
I
Way
should
up.
just stay where I was.
Maybe because people were sitting home and so bored, and they said it's that much to do. You think?
Could be, because it was during COVID. Could be a lot of people weren't working, so they did have the opportunity to vote. The voting should be a national holiday.
I agree. I don't understand.
It's crazy that you give some people a complication. Like, imagine if you have a shithead boss. You're like, I gotta vote. Why did you vote early? Because I was working for you, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Bus. Thanks for giving. Go vote.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. We should make sure. We'll talk to Trump. Did you have any hesitancy having him on at all?
Trump on the show.
My brother actually. My brother's a lot smarter than me, and he said, "Hey, man, I just want you to think that there could be some reflection from people if you have him on, right? Like some people could be upset about it,
Right.
you know?" And I thought about that a little bit, and I was like, well, I don't really, I don't know, I have political thoughts and beliefs and stuff like that, and it's hard to find a group that really embodies them. And if anything, right now for me, it seems like I don't even feel like these new parties are the same as the old parties.
Theo don't have a party that
It doesn't
embodies
seem
his
like
thoughts.
This isn't Democrats and Republicans. There's something else transmorphing right now.
Yeah.
And so I thought Well, I think I just want to be able to have a chance to talk to this guy, you know? And the main thing for me was like you talked about Dana White earlier, he's really
I think it was great that he went on all these different shows, you know, like Theo and Rogan. President Trump did. That was just crazy. That might be a lot of the reasons why he got as far as he did. Reached out, really. I mean, the Theo one, Joe Rogan, they were both great. You know, Theo, he'll just pull out crazy things out from nowhere. Even with Donald Trump, didn't matter.
you know, I know that you guys work together and he you know, I knew that Trump's brother suffered from addiction, right? I knew that. Right, I heard that or something, and I looked into it. It's like, okay, he lost his brother. His brother died of addiction. So I was
Alcohol.
like, well, that's interesting to me, you know. And I wish that people.
Fred.
I wonder if there's more to Donald Trump. Like, is there more of a way to talk with him about something that means, you know, try to get an emotional more of an emotional well to him than it seems like that's in the public.
Well, there was a thing that was going on for a while where you were platforming people. This was the idea. Like, if you had on a guy like Trump, you were platforming this bad person. This was this thing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at all.
But it's an authoritarian way.
That's the great thing, is that it didn't affect these guys' shows any. I don't think, not in a negative way anyway. So let's move on from that to the next little bit. Here we go.
Speeches he does. Because when he's in front of everybody, talking about we're going to make
Trump.
America amazing, those are great speeches. But you don't, like, she had an amazing speech. When I was like, she could win, was when she had that one speech about Donald Trump, like, scared to debate her, but he says all these things. But you know what I always heard? If you want to say something, say it to my face. And the whole place went crazy. And she was
I
laughing.
didn't see that speech.
Oh, it was so
I didn't
good.
either.
It was her best speech.
But
For sure. And it was right when they decided she was going to run for president.
Maybe that is what got people involved.
Biden stepped down, and she had one banger of a speech. She looked young and energetic, and like it really made you feel like this is going to be a chick.
Yeah,
She's younger. She was a smoke show.
She's still all right. She got that thing on her, I bet. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Rogan had to look back like that thing on her, dog. What you talking about? Theo looking around like, yeah.
I do know you were saying. That's why it's so crazy.
The brothers love her too.
Them brothers love her.
Look, if the
Got
brothers
that
love her,
thing
she
on
got
her.
that thing on her. That's all.
She got that thing on her. That's all I'm saying. The brothers love her.
But like that one speech was almost enough for her to win.
Wow,
and if she
the one
just
speech.
didn't talk other than speeches, but they would have done. They needed to do a better job with the speeches because every speech was the same. And the problem with that is we were talking about this, like the internet. You get to see that speech over and over again online.
Over and over and over again. All right, let's move on. Oh, wow. Oh,
And punch at the same time.
It would be very hard.
Look that up.
Very hard.
Because think about it.
Yeah. Looked over at me once while I was doing dude.
I would shit myself if I had to go in there.
oh,
Tim Sylvia definitely who pooped their shorts. Yeah, it happens, dude. This guy shit himself a little bit.
you're talking about pooping yourself.
If I had to go in there.
Tim Sylvia definitely shit himself.
That's the thing, is if they're talking about, I'd shit myself if I had to go in there. Period.
Shit himself.
Yeah.
It happens, man. Look, you're getting your liver pounded on.
Beat up.
Needing the guts.
I got in a car accident once and it happened.
You shit yourself?
I didn't want to. It just I didn't have a choice. It just happened.
Yeah, crazy.
She shit her pants too. Justine Kitch, congratulations. I bet dudes would pay a lot of money for that. That on OnlyFans. You sell them shitty drawers.
Nasty.
And that's Mark Goddard right there. Call timeout, brother.
Oh, is that what it is? That's the poop? Oh,
Crack the pants and fight.
Imagine if
No.
you were, like face down, if someone's putting you in a rear naked choke and they didn't clean the mats that good and the person before shit all over the place. You get pink eye while you're getting your ass kicked.
Get pink eye while you get your ass kicked. My goodness. Oh, Lord. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of the Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one.